Hi guys. I told you I wasn't going to have a video yesterday because, you know, I was helping my friend. Today I was helping my friend too. Tomorrow I gotta help my friend. Yeah. But I'm on my way home right now, so I wanted to just take a little moment to say hi, see how everybody is doing, and just to make sure and hope you guys all had an awesome Thursday. Okay, yeah, so I talked to my daughter and we are for sure going to enroll her in homeschooling. So we are super excited. She's kind of sad because she wants to continue. She's in choir right now, and she wanted to continue with her choir so that way she can perform at a hockey game next month. So she's really sad that she's not going to be a part of the hockey game halftime. I'm not sure if it's halftime for hockey, but yeah, she's supposed to sing, or her choir is supposed to sing, so she's really bummed that she can't participate in that. But I told her that if she wanted to participate, then she might as well stay there for the rest of the year, and then she got a little like, no, I can't. So we just told her, well, then it's going to be beneficial for you to enroll, for us to enroll you as soon as possible, and who cares about choir? Like, who cares? We're gonna put you in sports anyway. So she was excited that I told her that that's my main goal on Monday, is to get her situated and find everything out that we need to. She's gonna need a laptop or some type of computer. She's gonna need a printer. She's gonna need all types of stuff for school because it's all online. So we gotta figure all of that out. So I'm actually super excited to talk to the teacher to see who she's assigned with and see how it all plays out. But also, I don't know if any of you guys are like me, where you're cleaning the house, you want to listen to something, you maybe necessarily don't want to listen to music. I like to just listen to movies that I know, and I play them in the background and I clean, and then basically I can hear the movie and know the scenes. So it's kind of like I'm watching a movie, but I'm really not. I just get to listen to it. So I had remembered that I got this email from Netflix about a documentary that was coming out, and I think I got the email maybe like at the beginning of the month or last month, and I was like, oh, I kind of remember that story. And it was about this little 8-year-old boy from Palmdale who, all I remember of the story was that he had died. That's all I remember. I didn't know how he died. I didn't know the circumstances of how he died. I didn't know anything. So when I got the email from Netflix to tell me about an upcoming series that they were having, I was like, oh, that name sounds so familiar. And then I saw his picture and I was like, oh, why does that sound so familiar? Well, come to find out, it was a little boy from Palmdale, which I know I already told you guys I'm in California, but Palmdale is not too far away from where I am. So that's what made me really want to watch it. And plus too, because it was about a child, and it was like, that's also something I like to watch, like documentaries and forensics and investigative type shows, which I told you guys before. So I thought, oh, okay, well, let me put it on in the background while I work on some of my cups. So I had put it on, and the first of all, the music is so heartbreaking. Like, I don't even know what the music was, but it was like so sad and it just made you want to cry. I was like, oh my god, what am I watching? So I'm doing, you know, things around the house and I'm listening, and I had to stop and look at the TV because it was one of those types of music, and the tone in the person's voice that was speaking, it was like, oh my god, I need to watch this. Like, what's going on? And so sad. It was so disgustingly heartbreaking. I was so mad after I watched the whole season. Yeah, I got sucked in. I don't like, this is why I don't like TV shows, you guys, because you get sucked in the zone and you watch watch it and you're just like, why? So, I'm pretty sure a lot of moms and wives out there, you know what I'm talking about. You don't get time to yourself. Maybe when you go to the bathroom, but you have to keep the door unlocked or even propped open, especially if you have little ones, you know, to hear everything. So the only time I really get to watch anything that I want to watch is, no lie, at like 4:30 in the morning, because my husband wakes up, I make his lunch, I say bye to him. Sometimes I'll jump in the shower if my son is still sleeping. You know, I go check on the girls, I go check the baby, and then if he's still sleeping, I'll jump in the shower, so that's out of the way. And then I'll go back in my room, get, you know, have my coffee, lay in bed, and then I'll watch something on TV. But usually it's like a movie or, you know, not TV. I hate to say TV because I don't watch TV, but I'll watch like movies that I've already seen a million times, and then I'll be on my phone. So it's kind of like I'm really not watching it, it's like I'm listening to it. But anyway, so I put this TV show on, and if you guys want to watch it, just be really prepared to be so heartbroken. And so I cried twice, just out of sadness because of the fact that the little boy died, but more because he never knew true love from his own mom. And that made me so sad, because I was like, oh my gosh, thinking, how can this mom inflict so much pain on this child, her own child? Like, ugh, it just so horrible. So anyway, so I watched that. I watched 2 episodes yesterday, and immediately after the first episode, like, I'm not a sap. Okay, I kind of am a sap, but I can take a lot, I guess, but not when it comes to kids. Like, it just really threw me for a loop that this had happened, and so many adults were involved, like Child Protective Services were involved, and nothing was done. Like, so horrible. So yesterday when I was watching it, I watched the first episode, and I was like, oh God, I don't feel good. Like, I didn't feel very well. And not saying that I was gonna puke or anything, but it was like one of those things where, you know, I had an upset stomach, and I thought, oh, maybe I have to go to the bathroom or something. But it was just in my stomach. So I laid there, I finished watching the episode, and I really just, I did not feel good. But I was sitting there with my husband watching the episode, and I was like, oh my gosh, I really don't know if, man, you guys, I want to pass this trucker so bad. Hold on. I had to concentrate. I'm passing 3 semis. Ooh, is that illegal? No. Doing it. Anyway, so, I didn't feel very well, and I even told my husband, I was like, gosh, man, my stomach hurts. Like, I don't feel good. Yeah, cross back over, don't judge me. So, I told my husband, like, I didn't feel good, and I think we kind of thought, like, oh, maybe it was something I ate. So anyway, so we finished watching episode 2, and he went to sleep. I literally had to turn it off because I was so sick to my stomach that at this point now, I thought I was going to puke. So then I woke up, I couldn't sleep. I woke up at like 10:30. I had to go check my kids because I'm like, I think just the TV show made me so sad. I was like, just how can a mom do that and allow her boyfriend, fiance, whatever they were, inflict just as much pain on her own child that she did. So I went to go check on the kids, and I was like, oh my gosh, they were still up, so of course that was perfect. So then I, you know, took their iPads away, told them that they needed to go to sleep, get ready paramedics that were on scene when the mom called and said that her son was not breathing. Oh, it was just terrible. Just the way these police officers, they had sheriffs, and they had firefighters and EMTs there, and they were just, doing their account of what happened that night, and, recapping everything. And they were just saying, like, the couple didn't seem concerned about the child. They didn't ride along in the ambulance with him. They didn't even go to the hospital. Like, just super weird stuff. Like, if that were my kid, I would have... No, I'm going in the ambulance. My husband can drive to the hospital. Like, 30 family members would be there. Like, so just to hear that nobody cared about this little boy enough to go to the hospital with him was horrifying. And then to see the pictures that I'm assuming was the hospital staff or maybe a police person came to take pictures of the boy when he was, I don't think he had already passed away, because he still had like they put a breathing tube down his throat, so he still had that. But just the severe trauma that this little boy had over his entire body. And you want to know what that mom said? First, I guess it was he fell in the bath or in the shower. You guys, this boy in the pictures, his face was swollen, and he had bruises and burns, and just his neck was covered in like bruises, and it almost looked like he had skin missing, and he had skin missing on his chin. Oh, just horrible, horrible. I could not even imagine inflicting that type of pain on anyone, let alone a child. So anyway, they had all these types of people come to the court and testify. They had the coroner, they had the teacher, they had the EMTs, the sheriff, the firefighters, who else do we have? A cousin, his own dad. Like, I guess his dad was in prison or in jail when his son had passed away. And so he felt really guilty for not being there for him. And so he had made the comment, like, it's my fault because I wasn't there, I wasn't there to protect him. And so that even in itself was heartbreaking. So anyway, it's a good series, but it's, just thinking about it now, my stomach hurts. It's a good series, but if you're a mom, and it's not even the fact that if you're a mom, anybody that has a heart, like, you're gonna find it really hard to watch. It's good. However, I do wish that the Child Protective Service caseworkers I wish they were prosecuted, and I wish that they got something, like, and I hope I'm not spoiling it for you guys. I mean, you can go watch it, but maybe I should tell you. Yeah, I'm gonna. They weren't even prosecuted. I guess the filing was there. They were brought to court, but I can't remember. I was so irritated and pissed off that I kind of blocked certain things out. They were never charged, and I want to say because the courts found that technically it really wasn't their fault. But, oh, come on. If you're a caseworker and you're mandated to report all these things and make sure that the child is safe, how is that not your fault? Like, no. No. So that made me really sad, because not only did his mom fail him, the system him. Everybody failed him to protect him. It was horrible. So, in my personal opinion, I truly feel like they should have been held way more accountable than what they were. I guess one of the caseworkers, when she started getting investigated by the Los Angeles District Attorney's Office, this investigator called one of the caseworkers, which she had already been let go, I believe, but she was telling the investigator on the phone, like, it wasn't my fault, I wasn't the parent, I didn't kill him, I didn't do anything to this child, I've already lost my house, I lost my job, like all these things, which I don't even care if you lost your house, I don't even care that you lost your job. This little boy lost his life because of negligence from certain people, which I get it. I've worked the corporate life, so I understand protocols are in place for a reason, but there are also protocols in place to keep a child alive and keep that child safe, which they didn't do. So it was really, I was kind of torn with the workers being prosecuted, but then after hearing it, because I thought, oh no, like, how sad, you know, they were just doing their job. But after, like, hearing all the things that they did, and that they falsified information, and they, what did they say? Not redacted, but, they lied about stuff. Like, I guess when caseworkers go into the home for, you know, receiving a call from, you know, a concerned whoever, the teacher had called several times about bruises and all this stuff. So when the caseworker went out there, they were supposed to document on a body chart if the child had any bruises, anything on the body. They were supposed to document it on a piece of paper. The caseworker did it one time, and he had about 4 caseworkers, I guess, the entire time that he was in the care of his mom, which was 8 months, I think. And one caseworker did 1 body report on him, and just found, and it was only after the teacher called about the little boy asking her, is it okay if my mom spanks me with a belt? And I guess the teacher was like, well, yeah, I guess that is a form of, you know, discipline. And then he said, well, is it okay if she hits me so hard that I bleed? And that's why she called CPS, was because the little boy said, you know, she makes me bleed. And so that is one of the body charts that the caseworker documented, that he did have a belt bruise on his butt. But even that, it's like, to hit a baby, not a baby, but to hit a child that hard, to make them bleed, that is horrendous. Like, how are you hitting a child so hard that they're bleeding? Like, I mean, straight up, I will spank my kids if they misbehave. That is not without a doubt. I will spank them. And they know it. They know it. So, however, I have never taken an object and smacked them with it. I'm trying to think. Yeah, no, I've never done that. So, I mean, when I was younger, yeah, my dad spanked our butts with the belt, but we never got hit with the buckle. And I guess that's all that they were smacking his butt with, was the buckle. So that was really sad. He had, like, his front teeth knocked out. And if you're 8 years old, I'm pretty sure those are your permanent teeth. I mean, depending on when you lost them, I guess. But my daughter's 9, and she lost her front teeth when she was in 1st grade. And that's, like, 6 years old. Yeah, 6, 7. So I'm pretty sure they were his permanent teeth. So that to me was startling. Like, how in the heck do you knock your own kid's teeth out? You didn't even take him to the dentist, nothing. Then the teacher called because I guess the time that she called about the belt buckle, he missed days at school, and then when he came back, his face was like riddled with bruises, and his eyes, she described it as a kitten. Because, you know, when a cat is born, they have like really eyes and they're all swollen. She described it like that. everybody went out to recess, she called Gabriel over and she's like, oh, you know, what happened? And he's like, nothing, I fell off. I think he said he fell off his bike. And she was like, I know that can happen from falling off your bike, like, what really happened? And he said, and I guess she said that he got really, like, mad and said, my mom shot me with the BB gun, okay? And it was like, what? So she called CPS again on that and said, like, he told her that his mom shot him in the face with a BB gun. And when the paramedics, the day that he got beat so bad that he blacked out, or he wasn't breathing, so I'm assuming they killed him at that point. And the paramedics came and they said that when they were performing CPR on him, the more that they looked at his body, the more that they saw. So not only was he covered in bruises and cuts and burns and scabs, healing scabs, open wounds, they also said that he had holes in his body. Like, there was holes in his chest, they had in his calves. He had, like, as if he was, like, tied up on his ankles. His knee looked all swollen, like it was broken. Like, oh my gosh, it's horrible. And they said that the coroner found that his body had BBs in them. So they not only shot him with a BB gun, they shot him, like, point blank with a BB gun. And they made him eat cat litter soaked with cat piss. Horrible. And then I guess the mom had two other kids living in the house, which was his brother Ezekiel, and they're all older. His older brother Ezekiel, and then his older sister, what was her name? Not Valerie. It starts with a B. It's like an old person's name. No, it's not Valerie. But anyway, that they would sneak him food because they kept him in a cabinet, like, you know, what you would put your TV stand on, like in your room maybe, or just like a little console. They kept him locked up in there. They handcuffed the lock, or the door handles, so he couldn't get out. They tied him up and they put a handkerchief over his eyes and a sock in his mouth. At nighttime, he would be in there. The older sister said that he would be in there sometimes all day if he wasn't at school, and all night, or just all night. And he would get punished if he played with his sister, like played dolls or whatever she wanted to play. So she would never be home because he was always getting in trouble for playing with her. And it was so sad because when after, I believe it was after his death, or when he was in the hospital, the siblings were at the police station. They were getting questioned, and they were saying, like, you know, if you could say anything to your brother, what would it be? And the sister was like, I would tell him sorry. And the police officer was like, you know, why would you tell him sorry? And she's like, she's like, because he had no one. He was in the dark all the time. He had nobody to play with. I kept telling him I didn't want to play with him, but she was only, in my opinion, I think she was only saying she didn't want to play with him because she knew he was going to get beat up if he played with her. So of course, that's like a mode of protection. Like, no, I don't want to play with you. Don't play with me. You know? And it was just so sad. Just like, oh my gosh. So yeah, I cried watching that. That was horrible. So again, it's a good series. It's heartbreaking, especially if you're a parent. But it's heartbreaking no matter what. Children or no children. It is horrible. It almost makes me want to just strangle these pathetic excuse of parents. Like, oh my gosh. So sad. Yeah, so they convicted the fiance or boyfriend of first-degree murder, with the underlining of torture, because they tortured him. They had him in their custody for 8 months, and within those 8 months, they tortured him every single day and killed him. And so once Pearl, the mom, found out that her fiance got the death penalty, that lady took a plea deal. So she wouldn't get the death penalty. She got life in prison without the possibility of parole. Which, that's like, she gets to breathe every single day. We get to feed her. We get to house her. She gets to live for free. And her child will never know a mother's love and mother's kind touch and father's kind touch. Like, just so sad. And she had, like...
In 4.3 miles, continue straight on State Route 18.
One little moment of where she looked like she teared up, but she just... Did she look up or did she, like, look away? I can't remember. But the boyfriend, he had no emotion. He was literally sitting there like this the entire proceeding of his trial, which I think they said it was 6 months. I think. Could have been years. I'm not sure. Because this happened in 2013, but they just finished the trial in 2017. So, yeah, so the entire time he didn't cry, he didn't say anything, and he just sat there looking straight. Like, no guilt, no shame, no embarrassment, no, like, nothing. Just a shell of a human being, that guy was. The monster, horrible. But, yeah, so he got the death penalty. She got life in prison without the possibility of parole. And she pled guilty. She pled guilty to first-degree murder. She pled guilty to torture of her own child. Like, what? I don't even... You know when you're just so shocked you, like, literally have no words? Like, that's exactly how I felt after watching it. I was like, is it over? I wanted it to be over, but I didn't want it to be over. I wanted to somehow, somewhere, they just die. Like, that's what I wanted. And it was crazy because even the judge told both of them, like, it's rare that I ever comment on a case, like a verdict at the end, but he told both of them, I hope this wakes you up in the middle of the night, and I hope this tortures you for the rest of your life, that you killed this little boy. So for him to say that, it's like, almost made my feelings, which were far worse, more justifiable, of how, like, it made me feel better, of, like, oh, thank God I'm not the only one that felt like that, you know? But it was just so sad. So sad. But yeah, sorry guys, that was my Debbie Downer story for the night. It is 5:49, and I probably have another 25 minutes until I get home. And my back hurts. My shoulders are all tense. I'm tired, I'm hungry. But yeah, so I'll probably chime in tomorrow. Maybe I should watch something more uplifting tonight. Force myself to watch something happy. Yeah. So it's on Netflix. It's called The Trials of Gabriel Fernandez. Is it Fernandez? Yeah. Again, super sad. Tearjerker. Horrendous photos. So I'm telling you, y'all be prepared. It's very sad. So, okay. Well, I'm gonna let you guys go now since I've been talking my head off for 30 minutes and 23 seconds. So, yes. Hope you guys all have a lovely evening. And
In half a mile, continue straight on State Route 18.